Yo, what's going on? Facebook, YouTube. This is your boy, Raxx McLeod, coming at you with another Rack City 3-month 4 podcast on 5/5/2020. I appreciate you tuning in today. We finna go ahead and get this show started.
One, two. Gentlemen. For shizzle, dizzle.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for tuning in to this late show. I appreciate you showing up. This is your boy, Raxx McLeod, coming at you with another fresh episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, we're gonna get right on into our show, and pretty much I'm gonna go right into the word of the day. I'd like to hit y'all with some education. All right, so the word for the day is lorn. It's an adjective and means left alone, desolate, or forsaken. All right, just learn how to use some of these words in a sentence, help expand that vocabulary when you're talking to some of these people who don't really know what you're talking about, or you want to just throw a little bit of curve in your vocabulary. Always a good thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks for keeping it trill in the veal, trill in the field, just trill without the pill. You know what I'm saying? Need y'all, I need y'all. You know what I mean? It's what it is. All right. Now, to get right into some, I'd like to hit y'all with some COVID-19 information. If I could, to kind of keep you up on top of game on what's going on out here regarding this ugly, funky little blind virus that's running around trying to catch everybody up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all something. This pandemic pretty much got a lot of people out here straight cheating on their mates, all type of stuff, man. I mean, it's getting people in a lot of situations right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing videos of people getting beat down, getting smacked up, beat with bats. You know what I'm saying? The real racists have definitely came out the woodworks. They have came out the woodworks. It's like people getting shot, getting beat up, police acting crazy. You know, it's like, come on now, let's get it all together. We definitely gotta pull together because it's not working right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people out here just straight illing. So if y'all can try to encourage people as much as y'all can to do the right thing. You get pulled over by the police, definitely you want to be trying to comply. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably about the most important thing that you want to do right now. Because it's like, don't let yourself get killed and then that's it, or get thrown in jail because people really are catching this virus. And then you got a lot of people that's not. It's a lot of conspiracies that's going on. A lot of whistleblowers in the healthcare fields that are letting certain things be known. But then you got the real life scenarios that's happening out here. So we got to definitely be precautious and stay healthy. Check on people with anxieties. Let them know they're not machines. They are humans. They're allowed to have these these feelings. So it's up to you to try to talk these people down. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that hey, everything's gonna be all right. That you're not alone. That fears are normal, but you have to overcome those fears. You know what I'm saying? That's the real important thing. You feel me? Now in Missouri, it's over 9,121 cases. It's saying it's plus 175 today, but who knows? We just don't know. All right, and in the United States, they sent us a total of 1,204,351 cases, up 23,976 today. Globally, 3,658,967, up 79,706 today. So we're gonna leave it there. Texas will allow barbershops, nails, and hair salons to reopen May the 8th. Gyms can reopen May 18th with restrictions. Disney hit by the COVID-19 announcement, 58% drop in operating income for the quarter. Some beaches in Orange County, California, reopened with limited access. Let's see. We got a lot of people that need help out there. Make sure you reach out and help them out. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are being vocal on social media stating that they need help. So please do what you can to help these folks because it's very, very important that we reach out and do what we can to help the next person. You feel where I'm coming from? This your boy letting you know. Definitely get out there and do something. You know what I'm saying? It's very, 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 very important. All right. Now, as you all know, from Missouri, a lot of places in Missouri have reopened. Not St. Louis City and St. Louis County, but if you're going to St. Charles and all those other areas, they have reopened. I'm not telling y'all to rush out there because you know it's people already out there moving around, so you don't want to crowd up the area because then you'll start making it worse. So don't be part of a test run. All right, just chill out, relax. Everything should be okay. All right. Now, it seems that Popeyes chicken sandwich has some competition. I saw this the other day because when I was at Lee's Chicken, well, passing by Lee's Chicken, I saw a sign in the window advertising a chicken sandwich, and I was like, Lee's Chicken advertising a chicken sandwich? And I'm talking the line was out into the street, y'all. And I was like, man, okay, I guess we got another Popeye scenario. But from what I've been seeing online, they've been saying that a chicken has not been, it's not no growth hormones used in it, a bunch of other stuff. And then they said it's much crispier and, a delicious sandwich. So a lot of us like Lee's Chicken. I don't know what to think about it, but let me know what you think about it. If you had it, let us know in the comments how that chicken sandwich is. Maybe it can be a new little phenomenon. But I don't know. I'm not trying to experiment with anything right now, especially since all this information about food shortages and all type of stuff coming around. I just think it's a way to hike up the prices on food. They know that people is eating lots of food, and the most important thing you can be doing is having a very nice, healthy diet going on. So definitely be careful of eating a lot of that fried food, guys. I mean, it's something that you definitely want to be watching out for. Take a lot of vitamin C and D. You want to do what you got to do to keep your immune system going good. Um, it's not used in conventional treatment of the coronavirus, but it's things you can be doing to keep your immune system very, very strong. All right. All right. Now, there was a false claim about Walmart, Amazon, Target, Kroger, and Costco. Uh, they have not had reported cases of coronavirus among employees. Um, we're going to check the fact checker on that. It does state that viral images on social media make the claim that large companies with thousands of employees, like the companies I named, have not had any reported cases of COVID-19 amongst their employees. In the claim, the images imply that it is difficult to explain how essential workers in these companies have witnessed no infections while all the meatpacking plants and small businesses are shutting down and prevented from opening. The claim on social media is false. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It seems like a switch around here. Local and national media reports have widely reported on dozens of COVID-19 infections among Walmart employees, including 23 cases in Massachusetts and 2 cases in New York in April. A Walmart store in Colorado was closed by local authorities after the death of 3 people linked to the location. Let's see. NPR reported that Walmart is also facing a wrongful death lawsuit from the family of a worker who died of coronavirus complications in the Chicago area. Um, it seems that Amazon had reported uh, at 19 Amazon warehouse locations in the U.S. They had some positive COVID-19 cases. Um, wow. Amazon in New York, Connecticut, Delaware, and Florida. Amazon fired 2 employees who criticized the warehouse working conditions in April. Let's see, Target. in North Dakota, Texas, and Virginia. Um, Reported that Target has extended its temporary raises as online sales continue to surge, but they did have confirmed cases of that new coronavirus or novel coronavirus in those states. Kroger's also fired a worker with COVID-19 symptoms after promising paid leave a lawsuit. Um, that was reported, and it was about 13 employees that have tested positive for it in the Louisville, Kentucky area. Let's see, Costco, they also had some cases. Nevada and Hawaii, they had cases there. Also, let's see, actually, that was it in those areas. They had positive cases. So they have been reported worldwide. Um, yes, it has been reported worldwide. So for those of you who think that those cases weren't accurate, then they are pretty much saying that they did have those. So um, just be careful if you work at any of those places. Just be careful, guys. Learn your risk. Call medical providers. Know the steps for calling a medical provider. Protect other people, so you know about your social distancing and being safe while you're sick. Just know how to protect other people. All right. Make sure you learn your risk. Just always know how to be responsible while you're moving around. Okay. There are a lot of people who are looking for things like clothes and food and stuff like that. If you know of places where they're giving out food, like your food pantries, and they're giving away clothes, assistance for your homes, things of that nature, make sure you reach out, put that information out there, because a lot of these places are getting certain funding through the government. So they are reaching out, trying to take care of the community. So it's up to you to notify the community of the things that are being offered for the community. Don't just leave it all for, certain people. Just make it known so it can help out people. You know what I'm saying? Distancing slows the spread of COVID-19's virus spread, mainly through coughs and sneezes. So you'll help protect essential resources for the sickest patients. Just do whatever you have to do. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and um, see what St. Louis County Executive Sam Page has to say on today. He stated that he had spoke again with St. Louis County. Well, tonight, Mayor Lita Cruzen, yeah, Lita Cruzen of St. Louis City. She has spoke with St. Louis County Executive Sam Page, and they're both agreed that city and county will begin to reduce the public health restrictions starting on Monday, May 18th. More detailed and industry-specific guidance for people and businesses, which will be provided by the end of the week. We'll continue to emphasize the importance of limiting the spread of COVID-19 by maintaining social distance practices, including wearing a mask, avoiding large crowds, and staying home when possible. They think it's important to be thoughtful about how we ease back into our new normal without a vaccine. We will continue to have to be mindful about COVID-19 and potential exposure. This is the words of Mayor Cruzen, and she fully understands businesses and people aren't ready to lift restrictions, and that's okay. She looks forward to sharing more information with us during her 2 p.m. Facebook update on Wednesday. So, any of you who looking to hear words from Mayor Cruzen, you can definitely go join her Facebook page. All right. I think it's very important that a lot of the health officials have pages set up. And they're part of they make themselves a part of the social media platforms that most of the city is part of, because it helps you reach out right to the people in real time in the areas where they linger. So it's very important to do things like that. And I send her kudos for being on top of it in that manner. All right. Now, um, I have a TEKASHI Award winner for today, but I want you all to stay tuned for it. We're going to get right into it in a little bit. I want to see what we got fresh off the press for right now. It seems that these murder hornets have definitely started to begin to migrate, but I can definitely tell you all that they are going to come up with a way to eradicate them. It's just something that they specialize in. Any of you all go to California, you'll notice that there's absolutely a very, very limited amount of flying insects out there. These are things that, I wondered while I was there when I was in San Diego and LA. It's just, I saw a very, very short amount of insects. I mean, in San Diego, I didn't see any insects at all. I saw one roach for the I think it was like 4 or 5 days that we were there. I just saw one roach. And that was like amazing to me to only see that. And it was hot. We went out there in the summertime. So it was very interesting to see that um, all within itself. Yeah, I felt that that was just the weirdest thing in the world. But someone had told me that, they do a lot of stuff out there that, a lot of people don't know about. So, I don't know. And only time will tell on how that will affect um, the rest of the like Mother Nature, because we don't know what that's going to do, but I'm pretty sure it's going to do something, because everything has a job on this planet, regardless of the fact of how big or how small. It has a very special job on this planet. All right, now I would like to tell you all that there seems to be some election concerns that are going to be coming up regarding this year. A lot of people are afraid that Donald Trump is going to find some type of way to stall out the election, or something's going to happen regarding the election. Some people think that COVID-19 came about so that Donald Trump can try and be the victor over it so he can have an easy win. Don't know. Theories are coming in. They sound interesting. They sound entertaining, but only time will tell. We all will know as time goes on whether this is true or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that's worth looking at to see if that's going to be exactly what comes about regarding the elections. Um, just my personal thought and personal view on this is that, when times are dire, when you have a dire need to do something, some people will be willing to do anything to have the outcome that they want to have. So, that's just one thing about it. But then also you have people who tend to fall into situations and conquer those situations to show triumph so they can obtain a situation. And I guess that's the same as the first one. But you got some going on both sides, Republican and Democrat. You have coronavirus and impeachment things that were going on with Donald Trump. Then you have um, these assault allegations that come from Tara Reid against Joe Biden, booty grabbing Biden, neck rubbing Biden, chin rubbing Biden, old lady rubbing Biden, young lady robbing Biden. Um, we don't know. So it could be possible that it's the exact same thing going on both sides, just in different ways. Because now, like I told you all the other day, the reports that went up against Biden, you can't even find anything regarding a sexual assault in the report. It's like they took everything else regarding that report except the information that needed to be in it. So that could be the situation regarding that. So we want to pay close attention to Mr. Joe Biden, Mr. Booty Grabbing Biden, chin rubbing Biden, back rubbing Biden, little girl rubbing Biden, old lady rubbing Biden, Hillary Clinton he want to be her lover. From the videos I seen, he want to be her lover. He want to make Bill mad. Bill probably like it was said, Bill Clinton gonna beat the sleeves. He gonna beat the sleeves up off of him. So got a lot of faith that Bill Clinton gonna take that saxophone and wrap it around Biden head and put him in a headlock with it. It is what it is. Booty grabbing Biden. That's what he got. That's what he called. I'm gonna call him that all the time. That's booty grabbing Biden. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing on your shoulder, Biden. Caressing on your neck, Biden. Trying to braid your hair, Biden. You gotta watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what to think about him. You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama. You might want to question your kids. Make sure Uncle Joe wasn't sitting there rubbing and feeling, trying to get it cracking. You just need to talk to him and see what's going on. 'Cause I don't know. It's something about Biden. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Also, where do I want to go with this? We're gonna take a little break, so we're gonna go right into telling you to definitely visit the Facebook page. Go like it, share, and comment. Visit the YouTube and subscribe, like, share, comment. Don't forget to smash the notification bell. Take the notification bell, flick it, poke it, punch it, slap it, do whatever you got to do to that notification bell. That subscribe button, you want to push it, push it, push it real hard. Do what you got to do on that notification bell. Now, to get back into our news right now, I'm gonna tell you right at this moment that Obama, his office privately is privately assailed GLP investigation of Biden in March letter. The office of former President Barack Obama, in a March letter, privately assailed a congressional investigation into former Vice President Joe Biden and his sons work at the Ukrainian energy company, calling it an attempt to shift the blame for Russian interference in the 2016 election to Ukraine. Writing to the National Archives and Records Administration, which maintains presidential records, Obama office specifically said that a request from Republican Senators Ron Johnson of Wisconsin and Chuck Grassley, of Iowa, seeking administration documents relating to the Ukraine was improper. The letter was first reported by BuzzFeed. The request for early release of presidential records in order to give credits to the Russian disinformation campaign, one that has already been thoroughly investigated by a bipartisan congressional committee without precedent, said that the letter signed by Obama's records representative and dated March 13th. Obama's office went on to write that it will release the requested records, but only in the interest of countering the misinformation campaign underlying this request. In doing so, they empathize that abuse of special access process strikes at the heart of the presidential confidentiality interest and undermines the statutory framework and norms that govern access to presidential records, the letter concluded. Um, just a bunch of junk. All right. And 9 times out of 10, all this stuff is happening because elections is coming up, trying to make everything be a landslide. This one is being fought pretty dirty, just like the first election is kind of being fought dirty. I just want to see raw explanations on why people should be the president and their actions should, reflect that, what they're talking about. So a lot of that finger pointing and playing a blame game is something that it's like, come on, man, we going into it. I mean, what we gonna have? Just like a one-sided presidential vote? I don't want that. I want both sides to have justified arguments and things to stand on. So might be time for Biden to step down because Biden is part of a lot of stuff right now, and it's looking very scary. Almost thinking that Bernie Sanders needs to go and jump back in or something. Like he shouldn't have never got up out of there. Bernie had a clean record. That's what we need for a president: somebody with a clean record that can make good decisions. They know how to spend money, and they know how to care for the people that they serve. All right. Now, there's a case of a man in Georgia who was chased and killed while jogging. It's going to go to a grand jury. Ahmed Arbery, 25, was running at Brunswick neighborhood February 23rd when a former police officer and his son chased him down, telling officers later that they thought he looked like a suspect in a series of recent break-ins in the area, authorities said. Tim Durden, the district attorney for the Atlantic Judicial Circuit, wrote he expects to present the case to the next available grand jury in Glenn County to consider whether charges are merited for those involved in Arbery's death. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, courts are currently prohibited from uh, impaneling grand juries. Durden did not return CNN's calls from what CNN was stating on Tuesday for comment, but the local branch of the NAACP provided CNN with a document labeled as a press release, which matches a statement Durden gave to the Atlanta Journal Constitution. And that story was broke by, well, it was attention brought to that story by Angela Baraha, Amir Vera, and Steve Almasi of CNN. And this is very interesting information. I did watch the video. The young man was running down the street taking a jog, and it seems like he was being followed. And by the time they got to him, they cut him off in the car. He ended up running around the car. Guy hopped off the car. It looks like he had like a shotgun, and I don't think the dad was trying to shoot him. I guess he was an ex police officer or had some type of job working in the legal field. But his son was on the back of the truck in bed with a handgun, and the young man was pretty much tussling with the dad because the dad was trying to subdue him, and the son started taking shots at him, and eventually led to his death. He collapsed while fighting for his life. He was unarmed. The two men were armed, and they told the police that they thought he was a suspect, and well, he fit the description of a suspect in some break-ins. Obviously, he wasn't the person who did it. So I think that these young men definitely, and this young man and his father definitely need to do long stint in jail time. It was unnecessary. They're not police. They shouldn't be trying to walk around and do police jobs. Last I checked, during the pandemic, police have been killing both white and black, and they have been beating up everybody. So it's like they need to answer for they need to answer for their actions. And I mean, it just is what it is. This young man is dead. He can't talk, speak for himself, can't be with his family. Don't know if he had kids or not, but he cannot do anything because his life is over. So people definitely need to think about being safe. And to me, they were violating social distancing, all type of stuff when they approached this man. It was not their job. They were not being paid by the citizens with tax money to police the neighborhood. They was doing this on their own, just something that was totally uncalled for. So they deserve everything that comes to them. If nothing happens, then people definitely need to storm those courthouse steps, protest, 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 protest. All right. Exxon's humbling fall from oil juggernaut to mediocre company. Um, it The oil industry definitely is taking somewhat of a blow. Um, I know the government right now has stated that they will be purchasing. I want to say they said 75. I want to say it was 75 million barrel, or it was either 75,000 or 75 million barrels of oil. Um, it was a story. Well, it wasn't really a story. It was something that was stated during a press conference today. But it's just kind of strange what how they were approaching it. I know that the oil fell to an 18-year low of $22.74 a barrel at the end of March, and that's pretty that's pretty cheap. It's very cheap. So I'm definitely going to tell you that I don't know what to say. Gas is just real cheap right now. I mean, I've heard people saying that things are getting back to, $5 of what is considered gas money again. So, me, I just don't feel over $5. It takes me still a bit of. I know before this stuff happened, I was spending probably about $56 to 60 to fill up my truck. But now it's more like $45 or something like that. So I'm saving like $10 to $12 on getting gas. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, you know what, whatever y'all doing, keep it going. I can only say that it has something to do with these electric cars, um, and different forms of energy that's being used to propel the cars. So, gas most likely will be a thing of the past at some point in the future. Might be a good thing, they can stop drilling and messing up stuff, and we can get somewhere. Stop fighting over this stuff because it's definitely getting to the point where it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? To be fighting over something for so long that's just in our earth, and just 9 times out of 10 may just need to stay there. Just leave it alone. Things that uh, I only suspect those are essential things that the earth may need. And we're only going to see how it's going to affect the earth at some point. So you might just need to leave stuff alone. Man has already caused too many issues. Let's just let the earth replenish itself and get back to being well because it could be sick. Our earth could definitely just be sick. And we just need to change some things around. It doesn't need to be like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep a good eye on things that's going on. We definitely want to keep an open mind right now. We're gonna take another little break, and we're gonna tell you that soon we will be having T-shirts and other merchandise coming soon. Please support our proceeds will go towards something useful. So please stop being cheap. If you're not a cheap person, then guess what? When the time comes, I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna be looking for you. So please support. These are ways of advertising, trying to make sure that we're moving on to bigger platforms and things of that nature. Right now, we're just doing everything we can to build up the buzz and get things going. Sooner or later, I definitely will have some regulars joining in on the podcast. But right now, it's just something that I want to make sure that people understand the setup, understand what it's about, so that way when other people come with their opinions and their I guess their bond sway, that they do things, it'll be something that everyone will understand and want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate that part of it. All right. Now, I guess we can go ahead and get into our TEKASHI Award for the day. Definitely want to tell you that at this moment we need to summons the digital authorities so that they can bring us the story that we need because it's gonna be a doozy. All right. So digital authorities, where are you? There they go. Go get our story for us. All right. Now, this story that I'm bringing to you all, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about the story. All right. There's this young lady. She was dressed up in a stormtrooper costume, and she appeared to have a gun, but the gun was fake. Now, this is part of Star Wars Day. Now, what she was doing was that she was advertising for a company, and the company hired her to be out there to kind of promote the business. And they were just using something that everybody pretty much was accustomed to when it came down to honoring the Star Wars Day. This terribly went wrong and went sour because the person that was inside of the stormtrooper's outfit was a young lady. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this video so you guys can see a little bit of what was going on. These police are being investigated because one of them did pull a gun out on her, and we know this to be cosplay, cosplay costumes. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that going so you can see what's happening. Seems to be uh, three police cruisers with at least one person in each vehicle. The lady was definitely yelling and screaming. Well, not the lady in the stormtrooper outfit, but it is a woman officer out there that's doing yelling and screaming, telling the lady to get down on her knees because at this moment they think that she's a guy, most likely. So they're telling her to get on the ground, and I think what she wants to do is take her helmet off so they can see that she's a girl, and so they can hear her. But right here, that's the guy who owns the business that hired her to do this, and they telling him to mind his own business and go on back in. But he hired her, so he's trying to let them know. At this moment, the lady is on the ground crying uh, hysterically. This is the young man who's talking into the camera. He's actually the person who recorded this. He's about to be met because he's walking closer to the scene right now, and the police are about to approach him. Well, one officer is about to approach him and let him know to not intervene if he gets any closer and cause any type of disturbance to what they're doing, they'll lock him up. So he's being approached right now. The way these uniforms look, it appears like this may. He's saying this is United States of America, and that's Donald Trump's people. As you can see right now, this is a young lady inside of this outfit. Um, Pretty jacked up that this is going on uh, in the United States at this moment. It's almost like the police just really, really do not have a sense of humor right now. They are definitely taking everything serious. So this is not a time to be pissing off any police officers. Just not. You know what I'm saying? Um, some people, let's say Big Dog says, that some folks just shouldn't be cops. They overreacting for nothing. I definitely agree with that. Some people just really, it's almost like they became police for the wrong reasons. And 9 times out of 10, it was probably some driver passing by that called the police on a young lady. And it's kind of jacked up because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that pass by, they need to understand that these situations, when they call, they're not being very specific on what's going on. And this actually, it causes issues. It makes um, a lot of these police just seem, when they show up, like they do not have any compassion. They may have issues, may have grew up in schools getting bullied on, and they have no choice but to come out here and bully on everybody else. Um, they're sorry, man. I mean, people from school, they're sorry. They didn't mean it. They were young. It's no reason for you to go up and still carry this stuff on your shoulders. You know, you can lighten up. The people that you are treating like this are people who are paying taxes. These are the people who make sure that you have a job. They provide the job security for you. So, you know, try to lighten up on them. But for this reason, all three of those cops are getting the Takachi Award for the day because in Duntsville, we also need to have authorities there. We need to have people to patrol the rest of the Duntsville community, the people that are there who received the Takashi Awards. They made it there for a reason. And we got a lot of people there. So, for these police officers, what we're going to do, we're going to get all of the jails together who have seamstresses that like to stitch and knit and things of that nature. They can knit up some bulletproof dunce hats. And what we're going to do is put those dunce hats inside of some cannons. And we're going to just shoot those dunce hats right at their heads so they'll stay stuck on. And we need to make sure that while they're in Duntsville with their stupid heads, their dumb faces, bodies look like they ate a million donuts before they started their work shift, drunk 4 coffees, and then smoked a cigarette, then smoked another cigarette while they was drinking a coffee, and then chewing on some gum to try to cover up the smell, but that's not working. We need to make sure that we hear the siren so we know that they coming because we don't want to be nowhere around them when they coming. All right, you hear me? You want to be far away in a far away land. All right. Now, and also we want to make sure that they have the proper sound for being newly added to Duntsville. So they get that, and since it was 3 of them, we're gonna give them all one of their own. They all can have their own little sound, so we know that when we hear the siren, that they got their siren. We know what they are, and they got their foghorn because we know that they landed themselves inside of Duntsville for being the type of people who are idiots. They could have just walked up. Told the person to take their helmet off. Don't touch the gun. Don't touch the fake gun. Could have had them put their hands in the air, get up against the wall. They could have went up, you know, took the gun up off of them, patted them down. It could have did something. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to take this young lady and just toss on the ground. Know they arrested her, so it's like, come on, man. Like for real. They couldn't tell right there in the field that that was a fake gun, so you have to take it to jail to figure out, oh, this is a fake gun. Now you're being investigated because you pulled a gun on a white lady. It's like, come on, man, you know you can't do this to a white lady. We all know that that's against the law. You know, at least you could have pulled the gun on a dog or a cat or something like that. You put it on a white lady. These are things that you just don't do. All right, even as the police, white women can get together and cause a big problem, big issue. You know what I'm saying? Scratch that. Any woman can get together and cause a big issue. Any woman, it don't matter what color she is. All women have the power to create them type of problems that you do not need when you're working on your job. Period. All right. So they should have thought better than that. It was a policeman. There was a woman that was out there. She should have been. She should have definitely, when she saw it was a woman, start. Hey, now we're gonna just let this one go because this was just a report that came in that just wasn't right or something. You know, you gotta watch out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, check this out. I thank you all for joining in on this late show tonight. Hope you all learned something. Hope we had a little laugh and got to some points that needed to be gotten to. Tune in tomorrow for another late show. I'm trying to get it started a little earlier tomorrow. I'm just trying to get all the news that I can. That's interesting so, because everything is starting to look kind of repetitive every day, and you know we want to definitely be watching out. Also, just know that there are some. They're talking about there's going to be food restrictions when it's coming down to dealing with meat inside of the stores. So, you know, those of you who have been hoarding for the past few months and buying up everything you can buy when it gets down to food stamp time and check time and all of this, I want to thank you all very much because now that you got restrictions on the food and stuff, now you have restrictions on hand sanitizer and cleaning products and all that. And now it's going to put restrictions on what you actually eat. And it's like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's let's kind of ration it out. Let's stop going to the same store getting everything. Go to different stores. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of make a whole little day out of it. Spread the love, spread the wealth. All right. I want to thank you all. You all have a great night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If they do, pick up a crutch and just start smacking them. You know, make sure ain't nobody laying next to you because you don't want to be abusing nobody that's laying next to you. Just smack the bugs, take them, and just flush them down the toilet. You know, flush it again to make sure they don't swim. And if they are swimming, then I feel bad for you because you have some type of mutated bug in your house. So you might want to spray some bug spray, some real strong bug spray, make your own bug spray. Do what you got to do. All right. I'm going to holler at y'all. Take it easy. This your boy Raxx McCloud. Thank y'all for tuning in with me. I appreciate it. Good night.